Now we're logged in as root user, right? I'm logged into my root account. I want to navigate to security, identity, and compliance. IAM. So if you haven't done this, understand the goal of your root account is to, the IAM rather, in your root account is to start delegating access. As a dad, for some of you who have kids here, when your daughter or your son grow to like 12 years old, and then you have an 8-year-old and you have a 6-year-old, 8-year-old, the responsibility will be shared in that home. Your daughter who's 12 will assume some sort of control, some sort of what's it called now? Representation.
Responsibility.
Yeah, representation of you at home. When you're not there, she'll be representing you to, of course, carry out some responsibilities that has been vested in her by virtue of being the first child who is grown, who has more sense, common sense than the others, who was growing to maturity. So the goal of this IAM, Identity Access Management, is the baseline security, is the first security. In fact, this is Cloud Security 101, in case you don't know it. This is Cloud Security 101.
Human resources. Yeah.
Account.
Knowing.
Procurement, engineering.
Discipline.
Procurement is not a shadow.
Disciplinary.
Benefits.
Welfare.
Policy.
Policy development.
Outreach department.
Employee relations.
Discipline.
Security.
Development.
Is that Tolu? You said employee relations?
Yes, employee relations. Power.
Employee relations, right?
Yes.
Okay, employee relations. Awesome. That's a powerful one. That's really a vital part of human resources. Employee relations. What?
Compensation.
Compensation. Don't we have it already?
Yeah, that's under benefits.
How about payroll?
That's
on
not a
the
benefit.
salary. On the salary.
Isn't that under benefits?
Yeah.
That's compensation.
Yeah, I think so. Not benefits and welfare.
Payroll should be under accounting.
No, human resource to payroll.
Payroll stands alone.
Increase retention.
Okay, I think what we have is good enough. Then what's the next department in the company?
Tech department.
Procurement.
Tech.
Sorry, is it Ed department?
Security department. Engineering.
IT.
Yeah.
What's your job?
Application development.
Nope.
Configuration.
Application development is not the job of IT.
Cloud administration.
Technical support.
Sorry?
Technical support, help desk.
Technical.
Data management. Customer service.
Help desk.
Networking.
Incident management.
Marketing. Security.
On their job?
Data management.
Troubleshooting log as an information security.
Data management is not IT job.
And to build firewalls.
Media.
Firewall is not IT job.
System admin.
System configuration, system integrators.
Data management.
Communication.
Maintenance schedule.
Data outreach.
This is good laptop management. It's kind of like there's a word for it. Not physical laptop. It's a
Inventory management.
device / inventory.
Communication.
Access management.
Oh yeah, access management is part of them too.
Hardware.
Database administration.
Partially though, because that's security. It's security.
Asset management. Assets.
Inventory and device management. Asset management.
Support log.
Database administration.
That's it.
Backup. Can you please mute that, please?
I think that's Frank.
Asset management is for HR.
Wait, we don't want to listen to all that one. No.
Can we be muted, please?
Look at this picture, guys. It may not be a good image. It's really tiny. Or you can just bear with me for a minute. Look at this. Can you see my mouse moving?
Yes,
Can you see my mouse? Okay, from this area here to this one here. So this pillar. Thank you. From this place to this pillar, right? Could just be the IT security guys that sit here. That's a department. From this place, you can see here, well, where this lady is sitting down. This place that looks like is demarcated from the other department. Let's say this whole area here is IT security. This whole area here is legal. This whole area on the other side, that's IT information technology. That next area is IT GRC. The next one is probably HRO. The next one, these are groups are physical department in a company virtualized. Group are physical department in a company that is now virtualized in the cloud. For example, on IAM, I create group. And one of the group name will be Partitions Security Team. Valid characters required. You can't give space. That's how it's designed. I can create a group without adding a policy. I can create a group. Create group. Done. It shows here there's 0 policy. This red sign just shows like trouble, something to take a look at. I can show a group here without policy, right? I can go back to click on the group, go to permission. There's three tabs: advisor, permission, and users. I go to permission.
I'll move to the cloud. You're not going on-prem anymore.
Attach policies, right? Okay. This attached policy is about, look at it now, 682 policies. What is policy really? How do you describe policy?
Approvals and restrictions.
Permission.
Permissions, access.
Policies really is, would you agree that policies is boundary?
Yes. Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Right.
It's
Yes.
boundaries,
Right.
right?
Limitations
Yes.
as to
Boundary.
what they can do.
Right. Assistant right.
So now let's look
Privileges.
Rules and regulations.
let's look for admin.
Operation guiding rule.
Admin for security department has like the most power in the company. They are like the dictators. The old Taliban security department. No, yes, no, you cannot. And people who don't have manners work in that department a lot. They don't know how to talk to people. No, because you can't really challenge them. They are the eyes and the bread of the company. So we regard them that high. They just tell you no, you cannot. So in this case, we're going to give security department administrator access. If I put this drop down, you will see what is written inside of this administrator access. It's a code language called YAML or JSON. In this case, let's see. I think it's a JSON.
Yes, it's Jason.
There are two languages that this stuff uses. Two languages. One is called YAML. YAML stands for yet another markup language. This website defines it different. YAML ain't another markup language. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. JSON. So the JSON came from J for Java, S for script, O for object, N for notation. What's notation? Google definition. A series or system of written symbols used to represent numbers, amounts, or elements in something such as music or mathematics. That's notation. To notate something. Do you know how do you notate? Most of you have notated all Bible verses.
By highlighting
In your Bible,
down.
you have used green text. You mark it.
Highlight.
Especially the one you want your wife to see. You just highlight it. Say, Lord, thank you for this revelation. And then you highlight those and hey, highlight something you highlight, notate. For yesterday, for today, you notate today for tomorrow reference. If you see JSON, when I converted this JSON to YAML language, you could see the difference. YAML language means that it's written in English. It's code written in English. JSON, this statement, this policy is written in JSON language. In this case, this policy here in admin is saying Allah has all power. We'll get into the details, okay, about policies. We're going to explain it to you on like go into deep dive on IAM, right? Not to confuse anyone here. Just do it first. Not to do it, then we'll understand it later. Administrator means it has all power. Then one more policy we're going to add will be clear filters. Do with this one is so terrible. You have to clear filters first before you type the other one. IAM user change. The next policy we're going to add, IAM user change password. And the other policy we're going to add will be, I usually like to add, let me clear filters. Power user access.
Excuse me, sir, I'm closing for work.
Power user access, huh? So funny. All right. So these are the three policies I'm adding. Administrator, IAM user change password, and power user access. I just added them to What I did now is that I'm saying security team, I, Lucky Onere, the CEO of XYZ Company Inc., has not given you the permission to act on my behalf as the administrator, one that has administrator's power, that provides full access to AWS services and resources. This one has the power for all your employees that you put into this group to be able to change their own password. And this one allows for management, but does not allow management, provides for access to AWS services and resources. The type means this, when time you see AWS manage, means that it is AWS that already is like an already made clothes. Okay, a cloth you bought from Macy's. When you see custom, that means it was a custom made clothes. This one means that it was made, it was written for you, for you to use at any time. You didn't have to write the policies. You just only you're using it, but it was written for you by AWS. That's what it means. So AWS managed job function. So, anyway, users. So we've created one group. Then we're going to create the next group. It's going to be cloudicians. Do the same thing, okay? Human resources. I'll just put HR to make it shorter. The policies I'm going to select here will be billing. This. Okay. So the reason why we give HR policy just billing, because human resources does not have technical need in the cloud space, because the cloud has changed how IT is done, right, on-prem. So IT has moved to a virtual side. So definitely our system of operations has to use some changes too. So in this case, human resources would, in the cloud, only want to take a look at the billing aspect, the financial aspect of how much you're spending in the cloud. That will be their job. And the other one we're going to add is, we didn't talk about it on the notepad, is the classification developers, right? And this one, we're going to be specific with their, we'll give them, okay, we don't need to use AWS. Access to VPC. VPC for access. We'll give them EC2 for access. We'll give them S3 for access. We'll give them EC2 S3. DynamoDB. So when it comes to developers, in some cases, you can give them administrators access because you don't want anything to disrupt their job when they're working. Sometimes you have to give them access to some databases, access to some servers, access to storage, depends on what they listed to you that they will be needing to run their resources in the cloud. Okay, I think we've selected all the policies so far that we need to give to these guys. Then the next one, IAM user change password. Although just FYI, IAM user change password comes by default with every user. Okay, even if you don't add it in your group, the users will still be able to add it. They'll still be able to perform that action. IAM user change password comes with every user. All right, just so you know. And the next is user. I want to create I'll take a classification, so it's too long. Developer one, AWS will be my guy. See, there's policy that says user must create a new password at signing. If I unchecked it, that means this is going to be the user's permanent password. By default, you want to make sure that you check this, because by best practice, global best practice, your boss is not supposed to have your password. The reason why is that your boss can sneak in, log into your email, and then send a damning email to your CEO that will get you fired, or even use your email to threaten a government agency that will get you fired and arrested. So no one should know your password. If you start a job and they give you login credentials and it doesn't prompt you to change your password, someone is playing a fishy game there. Someone wants to put you in trouble, or wants to monitor you, or someone wants to use you as a pawn. Tell them, no, my email does not give me prompting. It didn't prompt to change my password, providing my temporary password and then my now custom password. Tell them to fix the policy and give you a new temporary password. Don't ever accept a password that is permanent that someone knows because he's of a different nationality than you are. That's big trouble for you. But anyway, let's just create this one. So I'm going to create it now. I'll create it without adding it to a group. Tag. The tag here will be partitions org. Then I can use another variable there, environment. Okay. Well, I have to go. I'm so, God knows I'm tired. As I create this email, bam, download your secret key. It's very important. You will need it. Close. Okay. Okay. Now if I go to developers, click on it. I can add user. This is the only user that is not in any group. Right now, bam, I've added user. Okay. All right, then the first thing I was supposed to do is to change, AWS call it aliases. Okay, if I say, let me show you something, guys. If I ask you to log on to my dev test account and my production account, how can you determine which one is prod, which one is dev?
Numbers.
How? Okay, tell me the one that is prod.
The upper one.
I will need to ask you which one is the source.
Thank
The
you,
upper one is
Shika.
the dev.
The upper one is the dev.
Because you saw it on my computer. You saw me. Okay.
Yes,
All
you
right.
should give them name.
You need to give them alias.
Give them alias names.
Enter shared services. Tell me Which one is shared services?
The last one.
One you
Last
just
one.
amended.
What is the proof that it's shared services?
Because you just added it.
Just promote the number.
Can you are
You
joining
need
them.
to find out which is the source. Where is it coming from? And then
Yeah.
You have to find that which one is designated as a shared service account or designated as a production account. That is a lot of trouble. But if I come here and say
Alias. Production account.
if I say do you need to ask me questions?
No.
But this one,
Identifiable.
yes, it's easily identifiable. That's the point. Thank you, Oluwaseun Olawale. It's easily identifiable. The point is that we are going to edit this now because you can't use the same name. Take note. It's going to be, and you can use uppercase too. Partitions 8 gen. Sorry, partitions dev. If you want to add 8 gen for yours, put 1, 2, 3, 4. The number is going up. Okay, after the gen. Now this has changed now. My login credentials into this my account, being a user, would not be this. This is how my developers who have created here as a user. That's how they will be logging into my account.
After the app is installed, open it and choose Add Account. From the next screen, choose Work or School Account and accept the required app permissions in your receiver prompt. Then scan the QR code from the window you left open on your
Dr. Lucky? So sorry, but that account, if you created like 3 to 5 users, the account alias would still be the same, right?
Yes, the account alias is showing us that this is our development. This is the emphasis here. Our development account, our development department, our development environment.